Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fluency Duo, the podcast where we have real, natural conversations in English so you can learn without even feeling like you're studying.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Sam. And Alex, I have a question for you. Have you ever been in a work meeting where everyone around you is throwing around phrases like let's circle back and low-hanging fruit and take it offline, and you just sat there nodding like you understood everything?
Sam, I have been that person. I once nodded confidently for an entire meeting, and afterwards I had to secretly Google every single phrase that was said.
Every single one.
Every single one.
And that is exactly why we made this episode, because business English has its own language, and if you don't know it, you can feel lost, even if your general English is really good.
Today we're going to go through 12 of the most common business English phrases used in offices and workplaces all over the world.
We'll explain each one clearly, show you how to use it naturally, and put them all into real dialogues so you can hear them in action.
And at the end, our word tour, where we slow everything down and review the best vocabulary from today.
This is a B1 to B2 level episode, so if you're working in English, studying for a business exam, or just want to sound more confident and professional, this one is for you.
And before we start, follow the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, and leave us a comment after the episode. Try using one of today's phrases. We read everything.
Okay, let's get into it. Group 1, 4 phrases. Ready?
Group 1, keep it brief, touch base, fast track, circle back.
Phrase number 1, keep it brief.
Simple but powerful. To keep it brief means to make something short, clear, and to the point. No unnecessary details, no long explanations, just the essential information.
And this comes up a lot in busy workplaces where everyone's time is limited. Your manager jumps into your office and says, "Hey, I've only got 5 minutes, let's keep it brief."
That means don't give me the full story. Just tell me what I need to know right now.
And it's not rude, it's actually respectful. You're saying, "I value your time. Let's not waste it."
Example sentence. I know everyone's busy today, so let's keep it brief and focus on the most important updates.
Phrase number 2, touch base.
Oh, this one is everywhere in business English. To touch base means to check in with someone, to make contact and share updates on how something is going.
It comes from baseball, actually. In baseball, you have to touch each base as you run around the field. So in business, touching base means making that connection, checking in, making sure everyone is up to date.
It's friendly, it's casual, and it's very common in emails. You'll often see, just touching base to see how the project is going.
Or your manager might say, "Let's touch base on Friday and see where we are."
Example sentence. Can we touch base later this week? I want to make sure we're on track before the deadline.
Phrase number 3, fast track.
To fast track something means to speed it up, to make it a priority so it gets done faster than usual.
So normally, a process might take 3 weeks, but if the client is urgent, your manager says, "We need to fast track this, make it happen in 1 week."
It can also mean prioritizing someone for a promotion or an opportunity. She was fast-tracked into a management role because she was so talented.
Example sentence. The client needs this by Monday, so we'll need to fast track the design process this week.
Phrase number 4, circle back.
I love this one because it's so useful and so polite. To circle back means to return to a topic later, to come back to something you couldn't discuss right now.
So imagine you're in a meeting and someone brings up a really interesting point, but it's not on today's agenda. Instead of saying, "Stop, that's not relevant," you say, "Great point. Let's circle back to that after the main agenda today."
It keeps the meeting moving without dismissing anyone's idea.
And it can also mean following up with someone. I'll circle back with you once I have the numbers.
Example sentence. That's a great question. Let's circle back to it after we finish the main points today. Okay, let's hear all 4 phrases in a natural dialogue. The scene, Alex and me are colleagues having a quick catch-up about a project.
Hey Sam, do you have 2 minutes? I just wanted to touch base about the website launch.
Sure, let's keep it brief though. I've got a call in 10 minutes.
Of course. So, good news, design is nearly done, but I think we need to fast track the content review. The deadline moved forward.
Okay, that's fine. What about the social media plan? Did you get an update on that?
Not yet. Let's circle back to that tomorrow once I hear from the marketing team.
Perfect. Thanks for the update.
Okay, let's go through those one more time. Listen and repeat.
Touch base. Keep it brief. Fast track. Circle back.
Group 2, to the point, on the same page, streamline, actionable steps.
Group 2. 4 more phrases. Freeze 5. To the point.
If you get to the point or if you are to the point, it means you focus only on the most important information. No small talk, no unnecessary details, just what matters.
And there's a small but important difference here. It sounds much more natural to say, I'll get straight to the point, or let's get to the point, rather than telling someone else to get to the point, because that can sound a bit impatient or even rude.
Exactly. So use it about yourself. I'll keep this to the point, not can you get to the point, unless you know the person very well.
Example sentence. I'll get straight to the point. The budget has been reduced and we need to adjust our plan.
Phrase 6. On the same page.
This is one of my favorites. If two people are on the same page, they have the same understanding. They both know what's happening, what's expected, and what the plan is.
Think about it literally. If you're reading a book and you're on page 10 and your colleague is on page 50, you're not going to have the same conversation. You're not on the same page.
So before starting a big project, a good manager will always say, before we begin, let's make sure we're all on the same page.
It prevents confusion. It prevents people going off in completely different directions.
Example sentence. I just want to make sure we're on the same page before we present this to the client.
Phrase 7. Streamline.
To streamline something means to make it simpler, faster, and more efficient, to remove the unnecessary steps so the process flows more smoothly.
So if a process has 12 steps but honestly only needs 6, you streamline it. You cut out the waste and make it leaner.
You'll hear this a lot in business meetings. We need to streamline our communication. Let's streamline the approval process. It sounds modern, professional, and confident.
Example sentence. If we streamline the onboarding process, new team members will get up to speed much faster.
Freeze 8. Actionable steps.
Okay, this one is everywhere right now. Actionable steps are specific, concrete things you can actually do, tasks you can tick off a list.
The key word is actionable, not vague, not improve things, but specific. Call the supplier, write the proposal, schedule the meeting. Those are actionable steps.
Your manager might say, great discussion, everyone, but what are the actionable steps coming out of this meeting? Meaning, what are we actually going to do?
Example sentence. Before we finish, let's agree on the actionable steps so everyone knows exactly what they're responsible for.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Here's dialogue 2. The scene, a team meeting to discuss a new product launch plan.
Good morning, everyone. I'll get straight to the point. We have 3 weeks until launch, and we need a clear plan today.
Agreed. I think the first thing is to make sure we're all on the same page about the timeline. There's been some confusion.
Good point. Let's sort that out first. After that, I want to talk about how we can streamline the approval process. It's been slowing us down.
That would really help. And before we finish, can we agree on the actionable steps? I want everyone to leave this meeting knowing exactly what to do next.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Repeat after us. To the point. On the same page. Streamline. Actionable steps. Group 3. Cut to the chase, the big picture, table the discussion, take it offline.
Group 3, Phrase 9. Cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase means get straight to the main point immediately. Skip the introduction, skip the background, get to what really matters right now.
It comes from old Hollywood films, when editors wanted to skip the slow, dramatic scenes and get straight to the exciting chase scene. They'd say, cut to the chase.
In business, same idea. No time for build-up. Just give me the most important thing.
Example sentence. I'll cut to the chase. The project is 2 weeks behind, and we need to talk about solutions today.
Phrase 10. The big picture.
The big picture means the overall situation, the main goal, the broad view rather than the tiny details.
So, sometimes in a project, people get completely lost in small details, the font size, the exact wording, the color of a button, and they forget what the whole point is. That's when someone needs to say, let's step back and look at the big picture.
Are we actually achieving our main goal? That's the big picture question.
Example sentence. I know the details feel overwhelming right now, but let's keep the big picture in mind. We're building something really valuable here.
Phrase 11. Table the discussion. And Alex, this one is genuinely fascinating because it means completely opposite things in British and American English.
It really does. In British English, to table a discussion means to bring it to the table, to introduce a topic and start talking about it.
But in American English, to table a discussion means to put it aside, to stop talking about it for now and come back later.
So the same 3 words, completely opposite meanings depending on who you're talking to.
If you're in an international workplace, always worth clarifying which meaning someone intends.
In international business, the American meaning is more widely used, so we'll use that one today. Example sentence. Let's table that discussion for now and revisit it in our next meeting when we have more data.
Phrase 12. Take it offline.
To take something offline means to move a conversation out of the main meeting, to discuss it separately, one-on-one or in a smaller group, rather than taking up everyone's time.
And yes, it's slightly funny that we say take it offline even in face-to-face meetings. It originally came from the world of online meetings, but now everyone says it everywhere.
It's a very polite way to say, this is important, but it's not relevant for everyone here. Let's not derail the meeting.
Example sentence. That's a really specific technical question. Let's take it offline, and I'll connect you with the right person after the meeting.
Dialogue 3. Scene. A team update meeting with a tight agenda.
Right, everyone. Let's cut to the chase. We've got 20 minutes. How are we looking for the product launch?
Overall, really well. I think if we keep the big picture in mind and don't get distracted by smaller details, we'll be in great shape.
Agreed. Now, there's a budget question that came up, but honestly, let's table that discussion for today and come back to it Thursday when finance is available.
That makes sense. Oh, and Tom raised a really specific technical issue about the platform.
Good point. Let's take that offline. Tom, can you and I connect after this?
Perfect.
Repeat after us. Cut to the chase. The big picture. Table the discussion. Take it offline.
Group 4. Check in, low-hanging fruit, in a nutshell, wrap up.
Final group 4 last phrases. Phrase check in.
To check in means to make brief contact with someone to see how they're doing or how a task is progressing. It can be a verb or a noun.
Let's do a quick check-in. That's the noun. Or, I just wanted to check in and see how the report is coming along. That's the verb.
It's friendly, low pressure, and shows you care about progress without being demanding.
Example, let's do a quick check-in every Monday morning so everyone starts the week on the same page.
Next, low-hanging fruit.
Okay, this phrase is quite cliche. Even people who use it a lot will admit that, but you will absolutely hear it, so you need to know it.
Low-hanging fruit means the easiest tasks or opportunities, the quick wins you can achieve with minimal effort, like picking the fruit that's already at hand level, no ladder, no climbing required.
In a project, it might mean, let's start with the easy tasks first to build momentum, get the low-hanging fruit, then tackle the harder stuff.
Just be careful using it to describe people or clients. It can sound a little dismissive. Use it for tasks and opportunities.
Example, before we tackle the complex challenges, let's identify the low-hanging fruit, the quick wins that will show early results.
Next, in a nutshell.
In a nutshell means to summarize everything in the simplest, most concise way possible. It's like, I've just told you everything, but if you want it in one sentence, here it is.
You'll hear it at the beginning or the end of an explanation. In a nutshell, we're behind schedule and need more resources. Clear, direct, simple.
And importantly, don't change the phrase. It's always in a nutshell, not in a shell, not in a small nut.
In a small nut.
Please don't say that.
Example. In a nutshell, the campaign was a success. Engagement was up 40% and we came in under budget.
And finally, wrap up.
To wrap up means to bring something to a close, to finish it. A meeting, a project, a conversation, you wrap it up.
And it's a gentle professional signal. It doesn't mean stop immediately. It means, okay, we're coming to the end now. Let's summarize, agree on next steps, and close things out.
You'll often hear, let's wrap up, followed by a quick summary of what was discussed and what happens next.
Example, we're almost out of time. Let's wrap up and make sure everyone's clear on their next steps.
Last dialogue. Scene, an end-of-week team update.
Hey team, just a quick check-in before the weekend. How are we feeling about where things are?
Pretty good. In a nutshell, we've completed the easy tasks, the low-hanging fruit, and we're now moving into the more complex phase.
That's great to hear. Any blockers I should know about?
Nothing urgent. I'll flag anything that comes up next week.
Perfect. Okay, let's wrap up there. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll touch base Monday morning.
One last time, repeat all 12 phrases with us.
Keep it brief. Touch base. Fast track. Circle back. To the point. On the same page. Streamline. Actionable steps. Cut to the chase. The big picture. In a nutshell. Wrap up.
Word tour.
Word tour, where we slow down and look at some of the most useful vocabulary from today beyond the main phrases.
These are words you'll use not just in meetings, but in emails, presentations, and everyday professional conversations.
Word 1, efficient. If something is efficient, it achieves good results without wasting time, money, or effort. We need a more efficient way to share updates across the team. Repeat, efficient. Efficient.
Word 2, priority. A priority is something that needs to be dealt with first because it is the most important or urgent. Finishing the client proposal is our top priority this week. Repeat, priority. Priority.
Word 3, momentum. Momentum is the energy or progress that builds up as something moves forward. Once you have momentum, it becomes easier to keep going. We've made great progress this week. Let's keep the momentum going into next week. Repeat, momentum. Momentum.
Word 4, agenda. An agenda is the list of topics that will be discussed in a meeting. Having a clear agenda keeps meetings focused and productive. Can everyone review the agenda before tomorrow's meeting so we can hit the ground running? Repeat, agenda. Agenda.
Word 5, blocker. A blocker is anything that is stopping you from making progress on a task, a problem, a missing resource, or a decision that hasn't been made yet. Does anyone have any blockers I should know about before we start the next phase? Repeat, blocker. Blocker.
And our final word, concise. If something is concise, it is short and clear. It says exactly what needs to be said without any unnecessary words. Your presentation was really concise. You covered everything in under 10 minutes. Repeat, concise. Concise.
And that is all 12 phrases plus 6 bonus vocabulary words, all in one episode.
How are you feeling? Ready to walk into your next meeting and sound like a complete professional?
Your challenge this week, use at least one of today's phrases in a real situation. An email, a meeting, a conversation with a colleague, any one of them.
And then come back here and tell us how it went in the comments. Write it in English, even one sentence. We read every single comment.
If this episode helped you, please share it with one person who works in English and follow the show so you never miss a new episode.
This is Alex.
And this is Sam.
You've been listening to the Fluency Duo. See you next time.
Finding the rhythm in the flow, planting new words so they can grow. Every sentence soft and slow, watching our confidence start to glow. Side by side we learn the game, the Fluency Duo.